Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathan Aswell. I'm in town because I'm performing at the Grand Theater in a wonderful show called Rub-a-Boo. Oh, wow, that's great. Some of you have seen it. I'm very happy about that. It's my great pleasure to be here. I was actually here 5 years ago. I don't know if any of you were here then, but this is my second time at University of London. And for those of you seeing me for the very first time, let me just answer the one question I get asked the most. What the heck is this? It's called the Chapman stick, believe it or not. It was created by a gentleman in California. He took a guitar, played with the tuning and number of strings, etc. And you'll notice the big difference is that instead of plucking or strumming with my right hand, I'm going to be tapping the strings with both hands. So think of it as kind of the stringed equivalent of a piano, if you will. And if you'd like to tell other people about it who aren't here this morning and you want to not spend a whole lot of time doing this, send them to the website, which is very simple to remember, stick.com. Lots of pictures, videos, etc. So I'm going to sing a couple of my own, 3 songs of my own this morning. Some of them have sections that I would like to invite you to sing along, but this one I'd like you to just receive. This one is called Little by Little. Little by little, bit by bit, I'm getting to the heart of it. It's guiding with every step along this path, I feel a little lighter. With every lesson that I learn, I little brighter. Little bit by bit, I'm getting to the heart of it. Little by little, it's guiding me home. And every soul along this road is like a little mirror. In understanding you, I see myself a little clearer. Little by little bit, getting to the heart of it. It's guiding through this journey, I'm shown that I am alone. With everything I need, I grow a little stronger. With every triumph on this track, I'll go a little to the sky.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Here we are. Good morning, everyone. So I'd like to thank Nathan this morning for our introductory song. And just so that you know, Nathan's message is encouraging people to live big lives, one small step at a time. So thank you very much, Nathan, for that. So this morning, as we come together, we are grateful for the opportunity to spend this time with our Unity community. We welcome those people who are online with us now and those who may watch much later, and especially those who are live there at Unity of London. So welcome, everyone. And so in March, our power for this month is wisdom, which is the blend of knowledge from the head and the heart. Wisdom is located in the pit of the stomach, and today we affirm, I am guided by divine wisdom in every thought, word, and action. And so, of course, at Unity of London, we have a vision that, of course, we suggest includes wisdom. So our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And along with that, we also have our mission, which is co-creating with spirit to transform lives through shared spiritual awakening. So what does that mean, and how do we do that? So we can expand our mission by being a loving, inclusive, supportive community. So I think for those of us who are online, and those of you who are in the at 501 Nelson, and those of you who might listen later to our message, that you can affirm that we are a loving, inclusive, supportive community. And we can also fulfill our mission by promoting self-expression. So what that means is sharing the real person that you are, that we are all divine beings on a human path. As we were told a couple of weeks ago, we are 100% divine. We are 100% human. And so it's important for us to share who we really are in our life. And of course, we can also share and live what we believe, which is the 5 principles. And those pretty much go along with our unity beliefs. God is, there is only one power, one presence in the world, and that is God. I am. We all have that divine spark of God within us. I created. Thoughts in mind produce after their kind. So if you want something to happen in your life, envision it, take the steps, and just do it. And of course, we always want to connect with that divine spirit within, to call forth our wisdom and our love, our strength, our understanding, all of the powers that we have. And the best way to make that connection is through prayer and meditation. So we do that on a daily basis, or as often as we can. And then, of course, the fifth thing, is to live the life, to live all these principles. It's no good knowing them in your head. It is important to live them in this world. And of course, we all want to inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. And we can do that by our kind words, by being kind. Will often inspire people to be kind as well. And so we also at Unity of London provide fellowship and education for spiritual seekers of all walks of life. So there is something for everyone in the Unity message. Okay, so this morning we have our special announcements. Now, as some of you or all of you may know, we do have our prayer chaplains online on every morning at 9 o'clock. So you can join that any day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So today's prayer chaplain at 501 Nelson Street is going to be Dawn. And I will do Zoom as well. So for those of you who would like prayer, if you could just send me a little chat, that would be great. There's also busy day today. There is Pizza and Principles continued. It's from 12 to 2 today, and Pauline Duncan-Thrasher is doing that course. And of course, that is to learn about the basics of unity and more about the 5 principles, etc. Okay, folks, we have our 2023 condo lottery, a week of your choice in Grand Bend plus $500. So you can just take your friends, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, lots of parking spot, full kitchen. We'll sort of ignore the laundry. I don't think any of us want to be doing laundry in our holidays. So those tickets are available to pick up and to sell or to buy today out in the fellowship room. And the draw is on the 7th of May. This is another event that is coming up that's important for us, and it's our spring project. So it's a neighborhood cleanup day on April 22nd. And so you will meet at the church and groups will be formed and supplies will be provided, and you can just go out into the community and make a difference. And if it's a bad day, it will change to April 29th. There's no bad day. There could just be rain. Now, this is very, very interesting. Paula Cartland is offering this course on Saturday, April the 29th from 1:30 to 4, drumming workshop, storytelling and song celebration. So the experience and focus on the joy of sound as a way of expressing powerful group energy that unites as one. So there is a sign up at the back bulletin board of the refreshment room. And the cost is $10 to be shared by Unity and the drum leader. Instruments will be provided and you can bring a guest. So this sounds like a really interesting way to spend your Saturday afternoon. And so now we're going to have another song by our guest musician, Nathan Aswell.
This song is called The Making of a Soul, and the chorus is very simple. So when I get there, actually, I'll show it to you now. Why not? It goes like this. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Want to try? The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Let's keep going. I come as a magician and ordinary man. Make a contribution, be the plan. There is a destination, the journey is the goal. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. He's an artist. He's a fool. I have no bound to guarantee. There is no book of rules. The only certain is joy will lead me home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Busy with the making of a soul. Let's sing. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Shadow are things I must reclaim. I call them out into the light and give each one a name. Cause everyone's a mirror that helps to make me whole. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Busy with the making of a soul. Let's sing again. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm part of God and following, trust and fully give. All that really matters is that while my gifts are what is needed, the universe is home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. See with the making of a soul. One more time. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Last time. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making. Big finish here of a soul. Great singing, everyone. Thank you.
And thank you again, Nathan. Oh, so as we know, unity was formed on prayer, on affirmative prayer, and silent unity has been praying with and for people for over 130 years. And so you can call them anytime, 24/7, at 1-800-NOW-PRAY. And so we also invite anyone in the building to put their names or the name of anyone that they would like to hold in prayer into our prayer box at the front of the room. And those prayers will be prayed over here at Unity of London for 30 days and then sent to Silent Unity. So now let's go into prayer this morning ourselves. And so as we come together this morning, we are grateful to be together. So we make this conscious connection to the divine spirit within us. And if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes now and just feel the energy of all of the people that are surrounding you. The energy of love, the energy of connection, the energy of goodness in our lives. And so today, we bless everyone attending all spiritual gatherings, knowing that there are many paths to the one God. We take this opportunity to hold anyone that you wish in blessings and prayer, and to speak their names quietly into this space now. And so as we feel that connection between us today, we call forth that divine power of love and wisdom. Wisdom to do what is ours to do, guided by love, by kindness, by peace. We lift up our fellow Unity members, knowing that they are on their right and perfect path, knowing that they have all of the wisdom to do what is theirs to do. We also lift up our political leaders, trusting as well that they have the wisdom to do what is in the highest and best light for their country, their province, their municipality, and the world. That they too connect with their divine power of wisdom, with their connection of love, moving forth in goodness, kindness, and for the highest of all. And so as we move forth to this in this day, we understand and affirm that I am one with all that is. And so it is, and so I let it be. Amen. And so this morning, we hold in prayer Unity Kitchener and the Canadian Licensed Unity Teachers. And we welcome our platform assistant for today, Rennie Sawa.
Good morning, everyone. How is everybody today? Good. Yeah. Today's daily word is comfort. I find comfort in expressions of love. Speaking the words, "I love you," provides comfort for an aching heart and peace in times of uncertainty. Today, I open my heart to these loving expressions as a soothing balm for distress or grief. When I am concerned about another, love centers me in the truth that all is in divine order, no matter how circumstances appear. I enfold the people I care about in a sphere of love, encircling them in peace and protection. When I am troubled, I find comfort in others' loving words. I surround myself with those who offer solace in my time of need. I find encouragement in their kindness and compassion. As we share of ourselves in kind and loving ways, we hearten spirits and bolster faith, giving comfort to ourselves and others. Comfort your hearts and strengthen them in every good work and word. 2 Thessalonians 2:17. Our speaker today, like all of us, is on a spiritual journey of discovery and ongoing growth. Pauline became a member of Unity of London in February 2012 after being invited a few times to present at our services by our then minister, Reverend Laurie Hisson. Pauline is a frequent presenter and an active prayer chaplain with our 5-day-a-week 9 a.m. prayer and meditation, along with prayer chaplains Dawn and Wilda. Pauline leads our spiritual leadership team for Unity of London with Sylvia Vanderhoek. With her message, Activating Wisdom of Leaders, please join me in welcoming Pauline Duncan-Thrasher.
What a joy to be here. What a joy to hear that song of Nathan's, "Making of My Soul." That's going to be resonating in my mind all through the week. I have to make sure I have the lyrics for it. I won't be singing it, but I'll be saying it in my head. Thank you so much, Nathan. Today's message is about putting into action all the wise words that you hear. It's been said that one action is worth 1,000 words. Do you believe it? Well, here's an example right in our own fellowship room. Would you rather have a cake, homemade, gluten-free, made by Nancy, or 1,000 words that I say on the platform? Just a little thought. Or would you rather have one of Mary Ann's delicious lemon tarts or a long, long homily? Now, you don't have to leave. You can still stay. I want to create a little scenario because today's message is not just about what we can do, but what not to do. Here's the scene. A vacant parking lot in a long since closed small plaza. A lot of snow. No snow tracks. A red mailbox. 2 people anxious to post a card before rushing to see a movie. The 2 people were Dan, my husband Dan, and me. Now, Dan is an excellent driver. He's driven trucks in Toronto long ago. He calls me his navigator. Well, What a joke. What a navigator I am not. So because we were in a rush and I normally use that mailbox, Dan said, well, I'll post the card in there. There were no snow tracks. Can you guess what happened? We got stuck in our van. Dan said, Pauline, you drive. Okay, here's Dan. You drive, Pauline, I'll push. Put your foot in the gas, Pauline. Do you see what happened? The tires were spinning. Not so much gas, Pauline. Well, the more I pressed on the gas, the more I tried, the more he tried to push, all the snow was pushed away. And guess what was underneath? Ice. Well, our choice was to call a tow truck, lots of money, and then we'd have to wait and we'd be late meeting our friends for a very good movie, by the way. Or Dan said, I'll call another Dan. He's big. He's bigger than Jack. So we called Dan. Dan arrived in 10 minutes. Pauline, you drive, we'll push. Try to drive backwards, Pauline. Oh, you've heard me talk about me driving backwards. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep driving. All right. Why am I telling you all this? Because it's like life. Are there times in your life when you are spinning your tires trying to get out of a situation? Are there times that you can think of when you've done that? And the more you try, the faster the wheels spin, the more energy you are expending. And are you getting anywhere? No. So my point is this: be aware. Just be aware. When we could not get out of our rut, we had to stop and think, and then call for help. And if you're in such a tight rut that you can't get out and you're aware of it, there is nothing wrong with calling for help. Help came, we got out, we got to our movie. And thanks be that we've built up love over 25 plus years of marriage, that neither one of us blamed the other. And it would have been so easy, but we refrained from doing that. I brought a couple of books today. We've heard Rev. Paul Hasselbeck. What an amazing speaker. And in his book, Point of Power, if you haven't read it, I really urge you to read it. Practical metaphysics to help you transform your life and realize your magnificence. How does that strike you? Practical, down to earth, like getting out of the snow easily or not going in the first place, to help you transform your life and realize your magnificence. In one part of this book, and I certainly won't be reading the whole thing, don't worry, you can still go to get snacks later. In one part of this, he has 4 columns. And he suggests that we do that. So I'll just share those 4 column ideas with you. The first is to reflect on something monumental that happened in your life. It could be something tragic. Sometimes that's where we go to, or what we perceived as tragic. Or it could be a wondrous moment. Pick that moment, write it down. Then think of your thoughts and feelings that you had connected with that moment. Then, third step, think of what you learned from that moment. You can dump the thoughts and feelings temporarily because those thoughts and feelings may be, poor me. Why did they do that to me? Boo on them. Dump the thoughts and feelings. So the third point is, what did I get out of that experience? And the fourth step, how have I been changed? How have I allowed myself or chosen to change from that experience? I mean, look around. Everybody has awful stuff happen in their lives, but everybody doesn't fall into the pits. We need to figure out how we can get ourselves out. And if we can't drag ourselves out, then we call for someone to help us. Could be a friend, could be a professional. That's up to us. Third part of the message today comes from a small book that he wrote. And he wrote this along with Bill Holton, and it's called Get Over It. The truth about what you know that just ain't so. Now, I taught English for a long time, and I never say ain't, but doesn't it make it more clear, more practical? So I'll share 3 ideas from in here. The first one is called Truth, and he has truth triages all over it. So he sets it up this way. It blessed me. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Have you ever heard somebody say, it blessed me? I had a horrible disease and it blessed me. Well, what does this really mean? This phrase is frequently used when we look back in a situation or event that was painful, unexpected, or life-changing. It's frequently used when people look back on a diagnosis of a horrible disease. What's the problem with it? And he says, get over it. In the end, things, events, and situations don't bless us. Otherwise, everybody who had a horrible disease would be blessed. It's how we choose to respond. How we look at it. How we act in response to it. I blessed it. The key is how we use events or situations. Everyone, upon looking back on an event, can find maybe at the end of it a blessing from the experience. Can we start doing that in the midst of the experience? Some people use the event as a trigger to research further development. Second situation. What we resist persists. How often have you heard that? What we resist persists. This is what he says. Whatever you give your energy to tends to persist. The underlying assumption is not to resist anything we want out of our lives. Get over it. The idea is when much is taken much too literally, especially with regards to outer events. Now, going back to spinning our tires, if we had just said, well, we're never going to get out of this situation, let's just go home, have some hot chocolate, leave the car where it is. Would that make sense? No, it wouldn't. So what we resist in mind stays in mind. Think about times when you have thought over and over in your head a situation that you didn't like. You just keep thinking of it. It's as though you can't get rid of it. But you can. You can choose to replace that thought with another thought. Go on YouTube and listen to Nathan singing about my soul. Consider yourself on a spiritual journey. It follows that thoughts which we resist are given our attention and energy and therefore grow in our awareness. They persist even longer than if we had simply let it go. Not a huge deal. Just let the idea in your head go. And the third one. It's all happening as it's supposed to happen. According to this assumption, whatever happening is part of a predetermined fate. At Unity, we don't believe in that, do we? Because we don't believe that there's a God out there sending horrors down upon us so we can get better because of it. We do not believe that. We are the masters of our lives and have dominion over all of our thoughts, our intentions, and our actions. We are in charge of us. Big responsibility, but a lot of freedom connected with that. And the replacement phrase, whatever happens, I choose to use for good. Whatever happens. Think about it for a moment. Whatever happens, I choose to use for good. One more book that I love, and many of you have read it. I have a teeny little copy on my desk. It's called The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. If you've read it, if you have it, put your hand up. A few of you have. Some of you haven't. It's a beautiful little book. And the fourth agreement in this book says, always do your best. And you're saying, what if my best isn't good enough? Well, your best today is better than your best yesterday. When I backed out of that parking lot, very slowly, I must say, and I kept stopping, and they kept saying, keep going, you're on a roll. I kept stopping. I came out of that being a little bit more confident about backing up the car, especially if there's nothing behind me for the last 30 feet. We grow all the time. And a final message today is this. And a long, long time ago, way back in 1983, I spoke to a group who focus on youth. And you might know the group. They were founded way back in 1919 by an organization in Kentucky. And this creed is called the Optimist Creed. It was created by a man whose first name was Christian. And it goes like this. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can diminish, disturb your peace of mind. To talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. And I might add, including yourself. What would that be like? What would it be like if today you decided to quit spinning your wheels, staying in your rut, and instead of doing that, you said, this is my resolve. I'm tired of feeling negative. I'm tired of all the violence in the world. I'm tired of people talking about their illness and everything they're going through. But most of all, I'm tired of myself talking about the violence, the ignorance, the illness. So today I resolve to put that behind me. And today I choose to talk peace, prosperity, and happiness to everyone I meet. Including myself. I made a couple of copies of that. I put them in the back of the room. If you want a copy, it has lots of other great things in it. And I'll just conclude with the last part. To give so much time to the improvement of others that you have no time to criticize. Sorry, to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize other people. To be too large for worry. Too noble for anger. Too strong for fear. And too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Choose any one of those, but maybe it's the self-talk and the talk to others. I promise today that I will talk only peace, prosperity, and happiness to everyone I meet, including myself. Don't spin your wheels. It's a waste of time. Let's go into meditation. We take a blessed, peaceful moment now to breathe in, to absorb the loving, positive energy in this room. We breathe in through every pore of our being. Love and harmony. Peace and resilience. And as we absorb that, as we breathe in, we feel those loving, harmonious feelings wash like clear water, anything negative right out of us. We continue to breathe in harmony, strength, and peace. We know that we can be easier with ourselves by making that choice. We are doing our best today. This moment. In the next few moments, I invite you just to be at peace, to continue to breathe in, to hold those loving, peaceful thoughts inside you, and to breathe out your love, your positive energy to the whole world. I'll let you know when our time is fulfilled. as we prepare to return. We return revived in spirit, filled with the promise that we make ourselves. How can I stop spinning those wheels? What action can I take today? And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Wow, Pauline, thank you so much for today's talk. And the two things that I wrote down, and I think they're just amazing affirmations, that if we could affirm them every day, even multiple times a day. So I affirm whatever happens, I choose to use for good. And I resolve to speak only words of peace, prosperity, and happiness. What an amazing thing that would be for us to do. And so today, now, we'd like to hear from Nathan again. So Nathan, please come on back up.
This song is called A Wholehearted Life, and I think it's a very fitting postscript to a wonderful, wonderful talk by Pauline. And for those of you who are interested in my music and in the lyrics to my music, just visit my website, nathanaswell.com. Make sure you spell Nathan with an E, Nathenaswell. And under music, you'll find links to my CDs and links to all the lyrics to my songs. So again, this is a very simple chorus. I'll just teach it to you. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life. Then I sing a little bit and then you sing. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life. And then there'll be something else for you to sing at the end. Okay, here we go. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done, left undone, I belong. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. It's looking for certainty, it's really exhausting me. Perfect though I try to be, I've not been. Guilt and shame, afraid of more pain and blame. I'm not meant to stay in the game that I can't win. Time to make myself a brand new choice. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done, left undone, I belong. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. So I choose to be set free, take responsibility, stand in vulnerability, and speak my heart. Get lost, give love, truth must reach out. To find truth, I must be true and playing my part. Cause I'm reading my story and loving myself too are the bravest things I'll ever do. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done, left undone, I belong in a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. Once more. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done, left undone, I belong in a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. Here's another little bit for you to sing. I'm worthy, worthy, worthy of love. Worthy, worthy of love. You try. I'm worthy, worthy, worthy of love. Worthy, worthy of love. Once more. I'm worthy, worthy, worthy of love. Worthy, able to love. I'm able to love. Able to love. Once more. I'm able to love. Able to love. Fantastic. Thank you.
And thank you very much again, Nathan, for your inspirational music this morning. So today, as our folks collect the offering, we just wanted to let you know that we are grateful for everything that is donated and brought forth to Unity during the week, that we resolve here at Unity that we are prosperous. And so we are gratefully accept any checks, donations, tithes that are emailed, sent by mail, whatever the situation is. We are grateful for that, knowing that Unity is prosperous, that Unity is growing, that all is good. And so we'll just wait for the collection for a minute to be brought up to the front. And we will bless it. And thank you, Renee, for collecting that offering. So divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen. And our prayer for protection, you could repeat with me: the light of God surrounds me. I am the light. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yay, God. And so just before we start our peace song, oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead with peace song.
Okay, let's sing it without that recording. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Only are we thus one with each other in perfect harmony. Please begin with me, let us be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Well, thank you very much, Nathan, for that. I wasn't expecting that. Nobody told me that you were going to do it. Otherwise, I would have introduced you again. So thank you. That was lovely to be able to have you sing that. And so just before you go for break, I'd like to call up Lorraine. She has an announcement that she would like to make. So Lorraine, our returning board president. All right.
We have a number of ticket booklets that have not been picked up, as mentioned. So we've come up with a really great system, and we're on our 4th book of tickets now. And I want to share how we're doing it because it's working really well. And so it's easy. You don't have to leave your home. You don't have to harass anybody. It's perfect. And we're selling tickets like, I'm so impressed. But anyway, so we are texting or emailing our contacts. And it says this: we are selling tickets to a condo lottery to raise money for Unity Church London. The winner will have a condo for a week on the river in Grand Bend and $500 spending money. Tickets are $25 each or 3 for $50. If interested, you can e-transfer me the money and I will put your name on a ticket or tickets and email you back the stub. Only 400 tickets to be sold. My email address is, the draw is May 7th. Good luck. And we have had a lot of takers. So you can send them to people. You're not harassing them. It's just a, hey, I'm doing this. They don't even have to say yes, no. They can just ignore the email. However, a lot of people are taking us up on it. So now if they don't want to e-transfer, yeah, they can. We've had people just bring us over the money, which works really well as well. So take that into consideration. I'm sure you have some people in your contact list that might work for. Thanks very much. And let's keep selling, everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, Lorraine. And so just before closing, so there will be sharing time for those that are online, and chatting in the fellowship room is fine. But so if you're going to talk, look towards the back, not towards the screen. And for those online, we will see your smiling face. So anyone that would like to have some comments regarding Pauline's talk or the service today? Just like to come up. Okay, is there anybody online that would like to say anything today? I'd like to acknowledge too the people that